And how one of the few students in attendance at the forum with Hillary Clinton today was student body president-elect Edwin Saucedo. He joins us live in studio to share his takeaways from the event. Edwin, thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
So let's get the secret out of the bag first. Before we went live today, you told me you, quote, freaked out when you heard that Hillary Clinton would be coming and that you would be able to go. Explain to me what you mean by this.
Yeah, I mean, it's such an exciting opportunity to be able to host a presidential candidate here at USC and to be part of that planning process to really make it all happen. And we got news that she might be considering coming to USC last night around 6 p.m. And it was really a team effort to, within 24 hours, turn around and really make the event happen.
Interesting. Now, let's actually talk about the actual event now. Who was there, who hosted it, and what was discussed?
Yeah, so the event was, I believe, hosted by the LA Mayor Garcetti. They talked about counterterrorism. They talked about different stereotypes against Muslim communities and things that LA has been doing to be at the forefront of counterterrorism here in the city.
Now, I should share with you that a number of students Annenberg Media spoke with felt actually that it was unfair that only a select few students were invited to this event. What is your response to these students and their analysis?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I wasn't really choosing the students that got to attend. It was a joint effort between undergraduate student government, political student assembly. We were given a very specific amount of students that were able to attend, less than 30 students. And it was just a very private event in general. It was a missed opportunity to have an event where we could have invited more students, but it was really unfortunate in directions that we got straight from the Clinton team, so there's nothing that we can do about it.
And at the actual event, obviously, Clinton had discussed her plan to combat terrorism. So are you able to discuss with us what she had said about that?
Yeah, I mean, she touched a little bit about some of the things that she sees bad going on and some of the things that she wants to do anti-terrorism, but I think that what the panel was really about was her listening to some of the initiatives that Los Angeles has been taking on, and so she really cares about listening to the different communities and making sure that we're taking a holistic approach to all the different initiatives that we do going forward.
And in terms of solutions to actually combating terrorism, one of the many solutions she felt she should focus on if she were to be president would be to offer inclusion to those who might feel isolated. So what did she offer in this sense?
Yeah, I mean, she talked about being able to be inclusive in all different types of environments, so being able to bring religious leaders together and being able to host events and rely on local governments to really take these efforts and initiatives and make them possible. And so when we're talking about not only emergency situations, but also other situations in which we can break down these stereotypes and dilemmas and really work together to identify as one people as opposed to many different groups of people.
Interesting. And speaking of inclusion, your predecessor, Rini Sampath, actually has fought hard as president to try and have diversity and inclusion on campus. How are you going to continue her legacy when you become president?
Yeah, so I think that really starts with listening to the student body, listening to student voices, and seeing what they want, what is the issues that are really impacting them. And upon hearing all those different voices, continuing some of the efforts that we have going forward, but also adjusting them to make sure that they're really representative of all different communities on campus and no one feels isolated. Everyone feels like they're an included student at everything that they do at USC.
And so you just gave what you hope to do, but what about those watching? What about the community and others, this general student body? How can they help?
I think one of the biggest things is first participate and give us their opinion on different things, but also educate themselves and come out to different programs that might be outside of their comfort zone. So, for example, if you are a Latino student, come to a event hosted by the Black Student Assembly or so on and so forth, where you're just really taking in the different cultures that are at USC and don't feel like you're being isolated.
Okay, Edwin, thank you so much. We wish you best of luck in your term next year. And